Andrew from Furnware. Do you want to tell me a bit about your products and why you're sort of committing to inspiring young minds?
Sure. Look, it's great to be here. It's our second year at GESS. For us, it's an opportunity to present what we believe is really the best learning spaces available for students globally. And we're committed to this particular region to bring those products here. I guess the difference that makes us stand out against other furniture manufacturers is that all of our products are warranted for free replacement anywhere in the world for 10 years. So if you break it, we'll replace it. We have an evolutionary designed body firm system, which is around a chair that's nominated us for a couple of awards here at GESS. One is involving innovation, the other is involving health and promoting products and the fact that the students feel very comfortable. And one of our mantras is, if a student is comfortable and relaxed, they're engaged in the learning process. Other products that not what we necessarily believe are better than anybody else's, but what people tell us they love are things like the Teacher's Hub, all of our whiteboard tabletops, where students are able to engage and peer share with teachers, mind mapping, and they've got a record where they've contributed to that process. Whereas when I was a kid, you weren't allowed to write on tables. So that's something that sort of stood us aside from others. And I guess we get a lot of interest from schools that are growing, schools that have bought a lot of product from the past that hasn't lasted, and now they're looking to, rightly so, purchase things with quality that will last.
How important do you think it is to have flexible learning spaces now in schools?
Well, I'm actually not a furniture salesman. I'm an educator, a former principal, and have been in this particular region for 15 years running government education reform programs to improve students' level of attainment. And sitting in the old chairs and desks and rows doesn't cut it with today's modern learner. And what our products try to do is reflect that sort of home comfort, whether they're standing, lying, sitting in a couch or actually at a formal dining table, where kids feel relaxed, safe and comfortable, and bringing that into the classroom and creating spaces within a classroom space that enable students to choose the best way to learn for them at that given point in time. And what I mean by that is we have things that we call cookie pads, where students can be on the floor at very low level tables, not just junior kids who are 5 and 6, but 16 and 17-year-old boys. They don't want to be on the floor all day, so the next environment they work to is a standing table. Then they'll go and sit at a desk and chair, or they'll choose a piece of soft furnishing. And when kids have choices, because they have a lot of choices today, more than you and I did, they are more focused. And when they're more focused and more engaged, they learn. And it's educators' roles to support kids to be able to learn as quickly as possible to survive in this global economy. And if we can provide an environment that's conducive to that, then that's what we stand behind. And one of our key mission statements is, inspiring young minds the world over. With the autonomy, a lot of our students also set the classroom up and change it on a weekly basis. So if it's flexible, light, doesn't scratch the floor, and kids can interact with the product as part of their learning process, then we've achieved our goal.
And what are some of the key trends you're seeing in terms of furniture and what teachers are specifying for schools?
Well, we try to remain neutral. And if someone comes to us and would like a very traditional learning environment, we'll provide them with their needs. Our consultative process is around understanding the school's mission, the school's vision, and their pedagogical practice, how they teach and how the students learn. However, we will say if it's a formal traditional learning environment, kids have still got to be comfortable. It's that body firm chair development. But what we're seeing, I guess, particularly in the international space, is a more adaptive and open learning environment. There are still formalities. Parents and students still like to be assessed in single desks. But now we've got systems that we see that we're developing, and so are others, that are modular. So they can be by themselves, then they can be in twos, and they can be in a group of 6. Colour, obviously that whiteboard table scenario. And then I guess teachers not being stuck behind a desk. So we've created a thing called the Teachers Hub. So the teacher moves to the students. 2 levels of working, they can sit at their laptop or they can be standing with kids. And that's got the teacher out from behind the desk, facilitating the learning process. So those particular things have seen quite an uplift in how we design spaces. A lot of traditional schools are now knocking out walls, putting a lot more glass in and putting more students in bigger spaces rather than less students in smaller spaces.
And what's been your favourite thing about GESS Device so far?
Look, for us being attached to the innovation stage and the leadership stage, these are the people that we really want to talk to. We want to talk to people who are early adopters of modern teaching practices, and for us to understand what they want, usually the decision makers are those people in the leadership stream. And to be where we are positioned has been fabulous. We've got a much larger stand than we had last year, and we're getting a lot of interest. This is just the start for us. We have presence in the GCC, but by the numbers we've seen, we've got lots to work to follow up on, to go and visit people in their environments and then explain how we can best meet the needs of their students.